What up, y'all? I don't think I'll be able to come to y'all today. I did not think I'd be able to talk to y'all today. I've been busy as fuck. I've been on I've been on YouTube music. I've been on Spotify. I've been on iTunes. And I can't nowhere can I find when I'm looking up in the hip hop category when it comes to music, I cannot find Joe Conzo's photos. Nowhere. Joe Conzo. That whole I was just thinking about that whole Joe Conzo's photos is hip hop. That right there, I was just thinking about that shit. Cause I was thinking like, man, I never knew who the fuck Joe Conzo was until Fat Joe mentioned his name like a couple years ago. A year ago, whatever. Before Fat Joe mentioned Joe Conzo's name, I never knew who he was. I can't tell you if I've ever even seen a Joe Conzo photo. Cause I was never really into like the hip hop publications and I just listen to the music, you know. I can't even tell you if I've ever seen a Joe Conzo photo. I probably have, but like as black people, we not we not relying on Joe Conzo's photos because if we want a photo of anything, we just ask a family member to show us one who was around back then. That's all. Joe Conzo's photos. What's up, everybody? What's up, Isaiah Edwards? Heart Tunes. Hey, look, y'all been saying y'all gonna support me, right? On my doc? Well, the GoFundMe link is up on DwannBrown.com. The GoFundMe for my documentary is on DwannBrown.com. You just go right there on the homepage, click on the link, donate to It's Bigger Than Hip Hop, the Black American Music Family Tree, and get the live stream pay-per-view. Because what I'm doing is I'm premiering the first episode as a live stream pay-per-view event. And what that does is how you guys help me out when you go buy the pay-per-view. What y'all do is that money goes towards me filming the full series. You get the first episode, but I need your help for everything else. I appreciate the Cash App, Ebony. Appreciate the Cash App. What's up, Ebony? I appreciate that. Heart Tunes. What's up, America's Maker? Uh, but I'm having a live stream premiere event for the release. It's so necessary that you guys attend that because we have extended footage in the event. We have extended footage, and it's a Q&A. So once you guys see it, you'll then be able to ask me questions based off what you've seen, and then also give me some commentary on what direction you want me to send it in. So yeah, Ebony said tip the hose. That's right. She led by example. That was a dope tip too, you gave me, Ebony. Some people make it drizzle, Ebony makes it rain. But I appreciate all precipitation. You dig. But I got some heavy hitters in this documentary, y'all. I really do. I got some heavy hitters. So the full length documentary series won't just be me talking. It's gonna be a host of people. Alright? Yeah, Hartoons, I do make posters. It's on the website. I was supposed to take my sale down, but my sale is still up. 20% off everything on DwannBrown.com. So, Heart Tunes, if you want the Black American Music Family Tree, the poster, the canvas, or the frame, everything is 20% off right now on the website. Everything is 20% off on DwannBrown.com. So yeah, get a big poster. Since it's 20% off, get a big one. Yeah. It's gonna be Yellow Busy. The plan is to make it as a series, but I'm telling y'all, I'm not stopping. So until I get the funding to make a full series, I'm gonna be dropping episode by episode until I got enough to make a full series. So after this, if this go round don't bring us what we need to make the full series, I'm still gonna keep filming. Everything y'all sending me, I'm reinvesting. So as it comes, I'm putting the shit in episode by episode. But we're going way higher quality each episode. So the goal is to make a full series. But, my goal is to raise $100,000 on GoFundMe. Y'all see where I am right now? Whatever I get from GoFundMe, nigga, that's going right into the next episode. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, we making this shit come hella high water. That's my plan, y'all. We making this shit come hell or high water. It's a lot that needs to be told. And it cannot be covered in one documentary. I plan on dropping, man, do y'all know that Black American Music Family Tree that I have? Do you guys know that I have a full season in my brain for everything on that tree? Some parts combining one or two pieces together to make a season. Other parts, like the funk tree, I'm prepared to make 3 seasons on the funk music alone. 3 full seasons. I'm prepared to make like 3 6-episode length seasons on funk music alone. I could probably do another 2 seasons on disco. I'm not going to do it that way, but I'm just telling you that's the amount of information I have stored in this here brain of mine. That's what I'm trying to say. That's how much information I have stored in this here brain of mine that needs to get out. Man, I had such a dope time in Philadelphia this past week. I came home for one day and I'm right back out of town. But man, I had such a dope time in Philadelphia this week. Philadelphia and music. Do y'all know what I did? I've been on it already. Like the first thing I did, I set up that GoFundMe. Right to Philly, right to the museums. You know how much black music comes out of Philadelphia? I mean, oh my God. Philadelphia means more to Black Americans musically. It's like the unsung city of Black American music, Philadelphia. Oh my, and I mean, not just in the neo soul era, not just current hip hop, not just Gamblin' Huff. I'm talking about going back to the 1800s. Philadelphia has been essential to the sound of Black America. See, one thing they do is they like to leave Black American music to the South during slavery. They don't talk about what was going on with us musically in D.C. and Philadelphia, 2 places that had very high black populations. Free black populations, I should say, too. There's always been free Negroes in D.C. There's always been free Negroes in Philadelphia. And this goes back to when Philadelphia had slavery going on. I ain't talking about post-slavery. I ain't talking about when slavery was down south only. I'm talking about black music was abundant in Philadelphia when slavery was legal in the North, nigga. That's why it's essential you guys fund this documentary. I'm blowing the cap off all this. I'm letting everybody else talk about hip hop. It's I can't wait to watch Tariq's hip hop documentary. You know what I mean? Hip hop, y'all got that. Y'all got that. I'm showing you niggas the whole story. Again, Walter Alexander, it's not. I know DC's the South. It's not about South or North. Slavery was in the North too. At the point I'm talking about, DC. I know DC had slavery. DC also had free blacks. That's why y'all go-go rhythms are so heavy, so drum heavy. DC Negroes got to keep their drums, a lot of them. That's why y'all go-go music got so much percussion in it. What's up, US Blues? But go to DwannB.com, DWANNB. The links to my pay-per-view event and the GoFundMe are on the home page. The links to the GoFundMe and live stream pay-per-view. See, on the live stream pay-per-view, you're getting a full-length episode. And so it's very essential that you support it. Cause I'm teaching this shit. I got a whole curriculum I'm putting together right now for a university. Yep. That's what we going with it. What's up, Andrew Como? See, as black folks in America, one thing we got to do is we got to get rid of these divisions. South versus the North versus the East Coast versus the West Coast versus the Midwest versus the Upper Northeast. Man, I think regional battles have had their day. It's done. I think the regional battles are finished. No more. It's good to talk about. Don't get me wrong. It's good to talk shit. I'm always gonna clown New Yorkers for thinking that they're the center of the world, because you're not. I'm always gonna clown. I'm always gonna clown and a little bit of fun. But at the end of the day, we Black Americans, and the evidence shows when we regional beef, that allows other people to come through and take all of our shit. Have we not learned our lessons about this regional beefish shit? Especially you New York niggas. I'm gonna stay on you niggas' head too, because y'all started this shit with the whole hip hop thing. Now I gotta hear Cardi B and everybody say hip hop is New York culture, because of you niggas that can't pronounce your words right. Hell yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about New Yorkers and talking shit about the West. Man, it's because NWA, that kill rap. Man, the South don't know how to rap. No, not wanting to accept outcast ass niggas because y'all insecure that somebody from the South was better than y'all. I remember that in the 90s, nigga. You can't rewrite history to me. Oh, some hood news? That's my director right there, editor. Yeah. Go to DwannB.com right now. Go to DwannB.com right now. Go to DwannB.com right now. Hey Hassan, I'm back out of town and I got the file for the documentary on my home computer. I did not put that shit on my laptop. I did not put that shit on my laptop. I need the whole video file, the newest edit. Could you please send that to me? or just make it an unlisted link. Either one. Either send it to me or make it an unlisted link if you, brother. Because it is not on my laptop. That's right, Dexter. We got way more similarities. What up, Lou? It must be a Detroit nigga. Know what I learned? I learned in life. Don't never fuck with an old black man that pronounces Detroit. If he says Detroit, anytime a black man says Detroit, don't fuck with him. He ain't playing with you. He ain't down with your silly games. Don't TikTok him. Nigga, don't even show your teeth around a nigga that say Detroit. You don't fuck with no nigga that says Detroit. That nigga cut you. Yeah, unlisted link works too because what I'm gonna do while I'm out here, dog. I'm about to put up a bunch of clips from the documentary, so I'm gonna show y'all more about what me and Hassan put together because it's very important. I got 66 people in here. That should be 66 people that buys the pay-per-view live stream event. Everybody needs to buy that and purchase that because you're not only gonna watch it, you're gonna keep a copy. You're gonna keep the extended. I'm only putting the shorter version on YouTube later on. When you come to my live stream pay-per-view event, you get the extended version. The extended version is yours. That's only for people who attend the live stream pay-per-view event. The extended version, where it's bonus footage. That's only going to be for the people who attended. When I release the free version down the line, it's going to be a different version. It's not going to be as long as the one that you guys get who attend who attend the live stream. Deep Impression deleted a message. Cool. I didn't see what the motherfucker right, but that nigga just the Kimbe Matumbo that motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. Let me see. Here we go. Here we go. Got that motherfucker up out of here. Anyway, that's what we gonna be doing. That's what we gonna be doing. But like, cause it's bigger than hip hop. That's what I'm calling it. It's hip hop. Hip hop is a section, and it's a beautiful section of what we've created. But it's a section, yo. It's time we talk about all the sections of music that we created, how we created it, who created it, when they created it. It's a massive undertaking. Yeah, I think I put that Black American Music Family Tree out there just to be pretty, just to say, "Hey, look at the tree." Now I like that. I like people saying, "Don't get me wrong, I'm not offended." I enjoy when people say, "Hey, look at the tree." But the purpose of me doing that Black American Music Family Tree was to teach it, to explain it. I don't need you niggas to trust me. I need to show you. I need to prove myself. That's how I look at it. Every time I open my mouth and talk music, I'm willing to prove myself. I appreciate people's trust. I appreciate all that. But when I talk to show and prove. That's why I talk. That's why DJ Lundy. Yeah, human nature, why you high? Shit, yeah, I like all music when I'm high. Yeah, I was like being high. What y'all talking about in the chat room? Go to DwannBrown.com, donate to the GoFundMe for the documentary, and get the live stream pay-per-view event. You can find the links to both at DwannB.com on the home page. But yeah, what else is going on in the news? Oh yeah, I ain't really been paying too much attention to Will Smith and Jada, but I see Jada been wilding based on what y'all tweets. Shit, when I was out in Philly, man, I was just present in the moment. Present in the moment. It was a beautiful weekend. Great singing. Great singing. Amazing singing. I didn't know Terrell Hick. I went to go see Tashina sing, and she has a great. Yeah, I know she has an amazing voice, but it hit different out there in Philly. That it was. I mean, it was some of the best singing I've heard in a long time. I had no clue Terrell Hicks can sing that good. You know, from Belly. I heard she had songs, but like the '90s didn't do great singers right, man. Like the people who came out in the late '90s, early 2000s that could sing. When I was listening to Terrell sing in rehearsal, there was a moment that I got like real quiet, and I got a little bit angry, and I almost wanted to tell her this, but I didn't because I didn't tell anybody this, but I sat there and I got angry for a little bit because it was like, man, the music industry screwed over so many talented singers. I don't know her story. I just know that she was in Belly and she had some songs, but it never. I even when she had her music out, I didn't know she could sing that fucking good. But y'all know how I always talk about when I talk about the late '90s and what it did to great singers. I always go back to 1996. That's when it changed. It started changing slowly before then, you know, but you still had Toni Braxton singing. You still had Mariah singing. Even though Stephanie Mills and that class wasn't around from the '80s anymore, you still had singers in the early '90s. By the time you get to the late '90s, Mariah Carey's now whispering. My home JS, they now whispering and not singing. The whisper sound came in, and weak voices came in. You know, the Ashanti sound, the Aaliyah sound, the God forbid Jennifer Lopez. Oh God, that was how the fuck did she become relevant? I don't know. Well, I do know, but still. But I was listening to her sing, and I just got angry because y'all know me. I'm a fan of music more than I'm a fan of any individual, any style. I just love music. Like I'm a music fiend. I love music. And I was in high school when she was out. I could have used that voice. I just look great singing just does. I just love great singing. And she was a singer from my generation. And for whatever reason that I don't know, she didn't have an extended career as far as hits on the radio. She's done well for herself. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she just but what I'm saying is she didn't get industry backing. And a voice like that deserves industry backing. I mean, but they purposely killed off R&B. And I had just done a live with you guys. What was that, Thursday? When I broke down how they killed off R&B. When I got to Philly, I didn't expect that much good sing. I know T could sing, but I didn't know. I know everybody up there could sing. Elijah could sing. I know everybody could sing, but they sang. Press the number one if you know the difference between singing and singing. Press the number one if you know the difference between singing and singing. Am I talking to myself, or do you guys understand what I'm trying to say when I talk about the difference between singing and singing? I mean, those women delivered my soul. They delivered my soul. And it was like after the shows, I didn't even really say much. Like I just kind of just sat there, you know. I just kind of sat there. I didn't really talk much about the shows. I just kind of sat there because, like, this is what we don't understand. Let me take it back, because I hate when people say that. Why am I doing exactly the thing I hate other people do? And that's minimize people's intelligence. I'm not gonna say we don't understand. Some don't. Excuse me for saying we don't understand, because a lot of you guys do understand. But singing heals your soul. There's no more perfect instrument than the human voice. Everything else is trying to be the human voice. The trombone is a tenor version of a human voice. Tenor alto, tenor sax, alto sax, soprano sax, the trumpet, the piano, the harp, the drum. The first instrument is the voice, because voices can be percussive. That's where hip hop comes in, rap. Rap music is a percussive use of the voice, the percussive diction. But even singing, scatting, the feels, James Brown, Michael Jackson, come on, those inflections, that's percussion. There isn't a more perfect instrument than the human voice. And I love, and it's good to have, is we need as many power. We don't have enough power male singers. Remember we used to have Gerald Levert? I even throw Tyrese in there. We had, you know what I mean? You had Freddie Jackson, Luther Vandross. I mean, men that can sing. Marvin Gaye, Alexander O'Neal, Howard Hewitt, and Silk. 'Cause tonight, baby, I wanna get freaky with you. Up and down. Nigga. Boys to Men, Jodeci. But as great as the men are, Teddy Pendergrass, Al Green, it ain't nothing like a woman a woman's voice. That's the first voice. That's the first voice, is the woman's voice. That's the first teacher. I always go back to that day of the Hollywood Bowl, Black Movie Night, when what's her name? I'm drawing Jennifer Holliday saying, "And I am telling you." Man, I ain't never seen nobody get 3 standing ovations in the middle of a show at the Hollywood Bowl. And she was sandwiched between some legendary names. I could tell them white folks didn't even know who she was when she walked out on that stage. The niggas knew. But by the end of that show, everybody knew. There's nothing that can outdo the woman's voice. And when I was listening to Terrell sing, I really thought, man, we really got cheated, you know? We really got cheated, my generation. You know, at the end of the day, there's a grand design for everything. Her life's path is whatever was predestined. Well, not predestined, but she's playing out her cards, and we're all playing out the cards. The world's playing out its cards. There's a time and place for everything. This has been a time for, you know, less talented people getting pushed at the front musically. I guess this past 20, 30 years has been the time for that. But it feels like time. I don't know if I'm right or not, but it feels like times are changing. But to listen to those women sing, oh my God, that shit delivered my soul. With the live band, Philly was dope. I ain't in Philly no more. Sandy Horton says that there's an artist in my opinion who started rap is Louis Jordan. No, black folks, this is something we got to get out of our mind. There's no one black person that started anything. This is cultural. Now you say the first black person that may have recorded something. You say the first black person on video doing something, because that could all be time set and documented. But most of what we know, we pass through culturally through segregation. Black people, we're a segregated group within America. So we pick these things up within our segregation. James Brown said in his documentary that all he was doing was what the preacher was doing. Those dance steps James Brown was doing, that's what the preacher was doing on Sunday morning. The hooting and hollering, he was imitating the pastor at church. Our culture is far too deep to say one person did something like started rap. Rap has always been around in English since we've been doing music. We could only go by the first person to record something. I think the best years musically, period, is the 70s. The 1970s is the zenith of music. I'm going to say that again. The 1970s is the zenith of music. And I mean across the board. I'm going to start at, it started in 67 till about 82, 83. Really, I like to stop at 79, honestly. I go to 82 because it's still they hadn't totally taken our music by 85. Our sound was for the most part done. It was all electronic by then, well, mostly electronic. But from 68, 7 to 79, 80. Oh my God, it's just the greatest music ever. As I said, I go to 80, I go to 83. I go to 83. That's in jazz. That's in R&B. Even the white boys was dope. Nigga, Emotion by the Bee Gees, that's some dope ass shit, nigga. Sarah Smile by Hall & Oates. Schoolboy Crush, Average White Band. Nigga. Everything She Wants by Wham, nigga. That's my shit. Everything she wants is everything she sees. Cause how can it be good enough for two? Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Somebody tell me. Why I work so hard for you. Phil Collins. White boys was jamming back then. Steely Dan, hell yeah. The zenith of music is the 70s. And the reason why the zenith of music is the 70s is a couple reasons. One, that was the children of the World War II generation. The World War II generation got things straight economically with us in a lot of ways. Got moved to the cities. And that was the first generation of black America that had disposable income, like in large numbers. There are always blacks with disposable income that have always existed. But when you get to the 70s and the 60s, that's when black people live in homes and they can afford instruments for their children. And music and the schools at the same time taught music. So you have a fusion of black parents that had basements in Chicago, in all throughout Ohio, garages here in LA, or whatever city you're in. They actually made enough money to buy trumpets and trombones and drums for their children. Things weren't locked down, so children, that was still back when children played with other children. And so the kid that played the trumpet became cool with the kid that played bass, who had a friend that played the drums, and the drummer had a different friend that sang, and they become a group. So that's the culture of the 1960s in America. Black people have disposable income. Music is in the schools. And then we get to the late 60s, college is damn near, here in LA, college is damn near free. After the riots, and actually not just LA, all across the country, after the civil rights movement, college is damn near free. So the students who wanted to study music further, they got to go to conservatories. Like my father-in-law, the reason why he wrote all that music, the Michael Jackson stuff and the Lionel Richie stuff from hand, because he studied music at a conservatory. You had a lot of black people who had enough disposable income to go and study music, not just at Juilliard. Juilliard's only one school of music. There are music schools all across the country. So that's where you get those producers, your Norman Whitfields, your James Carmichael, your Gene Pages, Leon Wares. These people went to conservatories and really studied music. And in the 60s and the 70s, they worked in the industry. There were a lot of black-owned labels. And then the white labels that released black music, for the most part, left the black musicians alone and the producers. They would just give the black musicians and the black bands and singers a date to turn in the project. And write them a check when they're done. So we had the education on point and we had the freedom. And the biggest part was the freedom. So there was no sampling because the people who are in the music industry actually know music. Not saying they didn't borrow. Now, they may have heard a keyboard lick on a different song and then turned around and played that same keyboard lick, but in their own way. But in turning that keyboard lick into their own thing, it made it an original piece of music. It wasn't reliant upon somebody else's sample. So yeah, all those things. So we had the freedom, we had the money, and we had the talent. Not saying we don't have talent now, but I'm just saying that the resources over the last 30 years, 40 years, has been allocated more so to football and basketball than in the music. It wasn't no fucking AAU basketball teams in the 60s. For motherfuckers might have played football, but it wasn't no travel basketball teams in the 60s and these other distractions that we that we sending our youth off to. Them niggas either join the boxing gym or learn the fucking instrument. So yeah, they they killed our music on purpose to make us not like it, so they can move on past something else. And that's what they're doing right now to hip hop. They're killing mainstream hip hop, which is fine to me because mainstream hip hop has never really been. Mainstream hip hop hasn't been hip hop in what? The last time radio play hip hop was like in genuine hip hop was the '90s, maybe early 2000s. So I'm cool with them killing off hip hop. Leave us the fuck alone. Let us go back to enjoying our music and doing music just for us. You know, what's up, G Mars? Got Pat, Cynthia Newman. Appreciate y'all for joining. Shit. Yeah, sickening. That's what it did. But we got to talk about this kind of stuff. That's why you need to donate right now. Go to DwannB.com to my GoFundMe, and then also buy the pay-per-view live stream of my documentary. You'll be the first to see it, and you'll get an extended copy that's all yours to have and keep forever. You know? So, yeah, it's sickening when you allow it to. But it's hey, what can you do other than raise awareness? You know, and teach our music the right way. My favorite song on Brown Sugar, which Brown Sugar? D'Angelo's Brown Sugar, that album? I don't know. Brown Sugar was a good album. I like the whole album. My favorite D'Angelo album is Untitled. I like all three D'Angelo albums probably equally. Well, I would say Untitled got the most plays, but I love D'Angelo's music, everything. Yeah, Dreaming Eyes Mine was great. Yeah, Black Messiah was great. I love Black Messiah. I want you. Man, hell yeah, I love that Black Messiah album. The whole goddamn album. And remember he dropped it out of nowhere? We didn't even know D'Angelo was working on the album. Hey, D'Angelo, notice this nigga's pattern. He drops one album a decade. First album was what, 95? 96? Second album was 2000. The third album was 2014. D'Angelo's right about time, bruh. We need a new album. Cool thing about D'Angelo's music is he gives us music to chew on. So he don't need to keep dropping more albums like year after year. Because everything he's given us so far, you can take your time with it. So, no, I don't really. I'm kind of past wish people. I can't say people wish people get more when it comes. Let's get more respect than that. Like when it comes to rock music never was. Even though Black Americans created rock, that was always the fringe of Black society, the edges of Black society. That like that alternative sound. That's why it's called alternative. Like the grunge that's an upper northeast shit, but that's a different segment of Black society that has always been like a I don't want to say if I can use the word outcast, but on some different shit. Versus funk rap has been more so the normative Black person. Like, Black people, we really don't like our music fast. We really don't. We like harmonies and melodies and changes. So the style that made rock music successful is everything against that. Because them other folks, they don't give a fuck about all the harmonies and melodies. They just want some tempo that they can dance to and bob their big ass heads to. No, I don't speak Spanish. I'm in America. I'm in the United States, Jack. I don't speak no damn Spanish. You want to hear some Spanish from me? Here's some Spanish. La Brea, La Cienega, nigga, burrito, pupusa, nachos, nosotros, vamos, pinche cabrón. I refuse to goddamn learn the language where I gotta roll my R's. Fuck that. So yeah, that's the Spanish I know. The Spanish I know is uh, nosotros y vamos, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. I know what Spanish do I know? I know taquito, enchilada. That's the only Spanish I know. What's up, Reggie? He said, what advice I give to the young brothers trying to get out the rat race? Follow your spirit and be confident in that. When you young, when you're 24 years old, your job is to be whatever job you own, is to be learning how the money flow and figure out how you can intercept some of that money for yourself. And I don't mean illegally. I mean, what skills do you have to learn to get a piece of that money flow? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know shit about no goddamn Spanish. Although I did pass with a B. I didn't pass. I passed Spanish with a D. Yep, I got a D in Spanish. But then I went back. I went Spanish too. I got a C. The Spanish is one of those elective. It was a language requirement. So Spanish 1. Yeah, I passed that whole with a D. Yep, all music was created by Black people. You damn right, Stanley. I'm getting tired, y'all. I'm about to get the fuck up on out of here. And listen to some goddamn music. And smoke some more weed. Go to DwannBrown.com. I'm going to come live with y'all tomorrow. I'm going to fuck with y'all tomorrow. But I've been nonstop. I've been nonstop these last few days. I'm finally up here in a different city. I got to crash, y'all, after I listen to my music. Go to DwannBrown.com. Be a part of the live stream pay-per-view event. All right? It's important that you guys be a part of that live stream pay-per-view event. I want to give you guys something in return for your donation. You feel me? All right? Remember, there are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. I'm out.